Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. So it is currently thundering outside, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. It has been raining so much the past week and a half. I really do think that I've seen Noah in his ark go down the river. But today I'm going to show you how to make my cast iron pulled pork. It is so easy and delicious. It's easy to put together, but it's got a long cook time. It's going to cook for about 4.5 to 6 hours, depending on the heat that you put it at. I normally cook it at 350, but you can go down to 325 and cook it for 6 to 8 hours. But it is delicious, and I am so ready to eat dinner already. It's good. So I've got all of my ingredients here set out. Now there's not a lot of ingredients for this, but it's got a lot of flavor, especially from the beef broth and the little bit of spices that we have. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I've got my big cast iron Dutch oven that's sitting right back here ready to go. So yeah, you guys, I think this is all ready to go, and let's get started and get this bad boy in the oven. Okay guys, so this is everything you're gonna need. It's very minimal ingredients, but it's really delicious. I've got a 6-pound bone-in pork shoulder here. I like using this because I think the bone gives the meat a little bit more flavor and helps tenderize the meat a little bit better. But if you don't want to use bone-in, that's perfectly fine. I've got some onion. I've got some beef broth here. Now when it comes to liquid, it really depends on how I'm feeling that day. Today I've got just plain beef broth. Sometimes I will add a cup of soda to this, like Dr. Pepper or Coke, just to give it a little bit more flavor. That is certainly an option that you can do, but today I'm using just plain beef broth. I've got some brown sugar. I've got my spices in here. I've got paprika, cumin, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne, which the cayenne is optional. You don't have to use that, but I like adding the sweet heat style flavor to it. I've got some garlic that I've just roughly chopped. It's going to cook for a long time, so all these rough bits will get cooked down beautifully. And I've got some molasses here. And this is organic blackstrap molasses. I like using this because of the flavor. It gives a beautiful flavor and it darkens up that meat really, really well. So let's get this seasoned up and into the oven. Okay guys, I've got my brown sugar and my spices here, and all we're going to do is just kind of mix these spices up a little bit and then add them into our brown sugar, and we're going to mix this until everything is very well combined. I should have got a bigger bowl, but this will work. Okay guys, so I've got this all mixed up, plus some on the counter, but that's all fine. So all we're going to do now is just add some of this, well, mostly all of this, to the meat, and just kind of rub it all over the meat until it's all completely coated, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so I've got the meat coated pretty much in all of that seasoning, and I've got it sitting over here just chilling out. I do have a little bit left over, so I'm going to put that on the top when we put it into the Dutch oven. But for now, what we're going to do is we are going to add our molasses into our beef broth here so we can get this all nice and combined. Oh, it smells so good in here. Okay, set that over there. Now we're just going to mix this up and combine all of that molasses into this broth. That should be good. Make sure none is stuck to the bottom. and it gives it a really, really deep, rich color and flavor. Alright, so I've got my big pan here, and all we're going to do is dump in our onion. This is going to act like a bed for the roast to sit on. And then we're going to dump in our garlic. Okay. And then we're just going to give this another little stir. And add this right in. I add the liquid first because I don't want to pour the liquid over the top of the meat and lose all of that seasoning. So, now that that's in there, I'm just going to give it a little mix. Okay, and then we will add in our pork shoulder. I'm putting the fat on top so that way when it cooks, all of that flavor and juice can go down into the meat. And just go ahead and add in any of that leftover seasoning that you have left, just right on top. And when this goes into that oven and starts to cook and caramelize, it's going to be beautiful. Your house is going to smell amazing. Okay guys, so now I'm just going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to put this on the bottom shelf. Now I moved all of the racks down to the bottom of my oven because this thing is heavy. So I've got it supported in there. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and we're going to cook this for about 4.5 to 6 hours. Like I said, depending on the temperature you have it at. I have mine at 350, but you can go down to 325 for about 6 to 8 hours. Come in every hour or so and check the liquid in here. If you need more liquid, go ahead and add in about 1 or 2 more cups of beef broth, and you'll be good to go because you don't want that liquid to cook out. So I'm going to get this in the oven, and I will see you back when it's done. Alright guys, it is several hours later. My pork shoulder cooked for about 4 hours 45 minutes, and it is perfectly tender and it is so delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and you can find this recipe and many more on my website. It's linked down in the description box as well as in my comment section. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.